Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my Traveler's Notebook. I will be using my Studio Calico Traveler's Notebook, and I'm documenting 3 photos of my daughter and her friends when they went to the 8th grade dance. She graduated middle school. I can't believe I have a freshman in high school now. It's just crazy. They grow up so fast. But I wanted to document this special day. So what I thought I would do is just go through my notebook and try to figure out which pattern I want to end up using. And I love this one that says, "This is my happy place." It was very colorful. I knew I wanted some color on the spread, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm also going to end up using some of my Feed Your Craft stamp sets. This Ready to Roam stamp set has a little tag, and I thought it would be cool to stamp out my photos into that tag. Now, I wish I had thought of this before I printed my pictures. That way I would have just printed them slightly larger, just so I can kind of get a better impression where the stamp would fit better, I guess. But it worked out fine. I'm just going to go ahead and just stamp them all out. I'm also going to be stamping some of my scrap paper just to bring in some more color and add more tags to my spread. I had this kind of vision of a spread full of tags, so I'm going to go for it. Actually stamp on some vellum. I also stamp out like a yellow tag, a stripe tag. I'm just going for it. I had gone through my scrap papers. You guys know I love my black and white and yellow, so that's what I went for, and I just gravitate to those colors. So I just grabbed a few of those, and I'm just going to go ahead and stamp a bunch of little tags, fussy cut them out, add some twine, and try to figure out how I'm going to put this spread together. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me fussy cut out every single tag, but when I was done with my layout, I used a lot of my scrap paper to stamp out the tag, and I fussy cut them out and added them into my little drawer of embellishments. I think that's a great idea if you have the stamp set to use it and just stamp a bunch of them out with your scrap paper. That way you're using up your scrap paper and your stamps. But anyway, I did use my little hole punch to add my holes. And now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to add all these tags. Now, how I envisioned this when I started was a bunch of tags, some with some journaling, some I'm going to stamp on. I didn't think this through. I wish I did, because if I had remembered that my tags are going to be tucked behind my photos or some of the photos, that I wouldn't have added my journaling in a straight line like I just did. I would have kind of measured it where I knew where the photo was going to be tucked, if that makes sense. But now that I added my journaling in a straight line and kind of like a little paragraph, it was really hard for me to tuck any of the photos over my journaling, because then you can't read the journaling. It was a mistake. It's not a big deal. Now I'm going to have to try to figure out how to make it like kind of flow without hiding any of my journaling or tucking my journaling tag behind any of the photos, if that makes sense. It's okay. Sometimes that happens. I think I wasn't 100% happy with how my layout turned out, just because I like layouts that kind of flow. And I don't know why, I just felt like my layout didn't flow. And I know it's something really small, and it's all about the journaling on my tags. Because if I didn't journal like I did, I would have been able to kind of tuck things behind each other easily. But I had to keep in mind that you had to read my journaling, or you had to see all of the journaling. Anyways, I think I'm liking how it looks, so I'm going to go ahead and start sticking them down, because I know myself, if I keep moving things around, I get kind of frustrated and it gets harder for me to create my layout. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to grab my tape runner. You can see me kind of think about it right there and just be like, do it. I grab my tape runner, start sticking things down, and try to make it flow as much as possible. I did grab my Xyron machine and I just put my vellum tag through that. I didn't want any glue to kind of show through the vellum. But while I was blabbing on, I forgot to mention that I used another stamp set from Feed Your Craft. It's the Travel Stats stamp set. And I used some of those phrases to stamp on some of my tags, especially the ones I journaled. So I kind of stamped around town, journey, stand in awe, little things like that, just to add a little something to my tags. But at this point, you can see me kind of shifting some of these tags around. I really wanted that photo of my daughter and her best friend in the center. Those two are hilarious. They had this whole kind of mafia look going on. And they had like the whole personality going on. So it was really cute and I really wanted it to kind of pop off my spread. So I tried my best to make that the center of the whole thing. I did end up stamping photos and I just stamped out how many photos I took. I also will stamp out meals because we did take them out for dinner, all of the parents and the kids, and I just stamped out meals and the number 1. And I also stamped out hours, so how many hours we spent with the taking photos, having dinner, and then taking them to the dance. It was a lovely, lovely day. The kids had a blast, and the parents, of course, just seeing them grow up all together since elementary school. It was a great day, and I just wanted to add those little details to my layout. Now in the Ready to Roam stamp set, there was a circle stamp that said, "This must be the place," and also like a triangle stamp set or stamp that says "Epic." So I decided to stamp them on some sticker paper. I'm gonna punch out that circle. I will fussy cut out the triangle and just add them to my layout as embellishments. I end up adding the circle like right next to one of my photos, and the triangle is going to go right above my title. Now, because I was talking a lot through this layout or this video, I totally forgot that I did stamp "Once in a Lifetime" right underneath my title to fill out that little box. And I'm just going to end up using that as my title. I don't need to stamp out anything because I just felt like that was the perfect title for my photos. But anyways, I went through my embellishments. I'm going to start with my puffy stickers. These are also from Feed Your Craft. I'm just going to add some in yellow and blue and black. I want to try to bring in some of the colors from my title to the right side of my spread. I am almost done with my layout. I'm just going to be stamping a little phrase right underneath one of the photos, and then I call my layout done. Now, even though this layout did not turn out like how I envisioned it, but it's really not a big deal. I always recommend this to all my crafty friends and to you guys, that you know what, you don't win them all, and don't be too harsh on yourself. Sometimes your spread, you're going to fall in love and think it's the best spread ever, and sometimes you're not, and that's okay. What's important is documenting those moments. I'm really proud that I was able to do that in this layout and use my stamps, use these beautiful photos to document that special moment that I want to remember for the rest of my life. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!